Welcome back. Time now, 10:12. You ever catch something either online or TV that instantly makes you happy? Well, our next guest this morning has been doing that for years with some simple dance moves. Take a look. All right, well, that's Bryan Martin, formerly of New England, but now he is living in Florida, I'm sure, enjoying some warm temperatures this morning. Well, he did those videos after suffering family loss, looking to, just be happy again. Well, this morning he is joining us from his Florida home. Good morning, Bryan.
Good morning. Happy holidays. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we are so excited to have you on the show this morning. Now, just to give some of our viewers some background information, you lost your fiance and your dad just months apart, and I can't imagine, what that was like. But for therapeutic reasons, you wrote about it, and that's turned into a book that is on Amazon right now. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
And then, the pandemic came. Threw a lot of people off guard in 2020. We didn't know what we were in for with the lockdowns and everything. And that's where your fun videos came in. So tell us, how did you come up with this idea?
Well, I found myself just, stuck at home. My fiance had passed away after I took care of him, and we didn't really have time to make a lot of friends in the area we were in. So I was all by myself and kind of in lockdown. So I actually had a high school friend reach out, and she said, "Why don't you jump on TikTok? Everyone's dancing over there." And I was like, "I think I'm a little too old." And she's like, "No, you've got to try it out." So I went over there and I saw that people were just home alone, like having a good time. And I love to dance. So I decided to do it, and I made myself make a dance every day to give myself a little bit of joy no matter what. So I turned it into a habit.
Awesome. I love that. And I got to say, I was a little apprehensive about joining TikTok too at first because I thought I was too old. I said, this is the app that I've aged out of. But it looks like you had a ton of fun making those videos, and you've gained a ton of followers on all of your social media platforms, and you've gotten some heartfelt responses from people all over the world. Is there one response in particular that just really sticks out with you and you will always remember?
I have people who've reached out that are widowed or they've lost their children or they're divorced. But I think some of the messages that I've gotten are the ones where people feel like they're just really sad and they don't know what else to do. And they've told me that watching my dances has actually helped them just pick themselves up and keep going instead of giving up. And that's that means a lot, that my dances can actually generate that in somebody else.
I love that. Now, of course, as we said, you've gained quite a following, and some famous people have also reacted to some of your videos. So tell us a little bit about that.
I tag them because, it's their songs, and I just appreciate the music that they share. And I've had Thelma Houston, actually, Neil Diamond.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a big one. And then Eddie Money, I did one of his songs, and and he's passed away, but his wife have reached out to me. So we had a little conversation about being widowed. So there's a connection there. Jade Starling, Jen Cunetta, and actually Magic 106.7 up in Boston, where I'm from, had me on the show. So awesome. It's been really exciting.
Yeah, that's incredible. Now, you've gone from being internet famous, we'll say. Popstar Magazine published an article about you back in February of this year. Now, did it become real to you in that moment?
I was blown away. Like here I am, just this guy that's dancing around my house, and actually the way it worked was a follower who lives in Australia. Her sister runs Popstar Magazine, so it's just become this worldwide thing, and I still kind of can't believe it, but I'm extraordinarily grateful.
Awesome. That is incredible. Now, you've got some cool stuff coming up in 2023. The future is looking very bright for you. You're heading on a cruise, Royal Caribbean. They blocked out some dates for your fans, so go ahead and let everyone know about that.
Yeah, you can go. There's some room left. We're not gonna rock the boat though. There's a that's a good song.
Yeah.
We It's bryananddevincruise.com. It's Brian with a Y. And Royal Caribbean reached out, and just because of the following, they're like, let's just have a fun trip. So we're doing a 7-day trip from Galveston, Texas, down to Mexico and back, where we're gonna hang out with our fans and just dance for a week. It's gonna be so much fun. I still can't believe it.
That sounds like it's going to be a blast, and I'm sure everyone will be excited to see you out there. And you're going to be leading a heck of a party.
Yeah.
Your story is an amazing one. Through loss, it's a reminder that sometimes you got to force happiness into your life and do things that, will bring you joy even when you don't necessarily feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I found what I discovered is, and obviously this is just my journey, everyone's different, but for me, being able to remember that I have the ability to generate my own joy really gives me the power to step out of where I was and keep moving forward and grow through grief.
Yes, and speaking of finding joy, we also found out that you are now engaged and you are getting married. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you very, very much. Hopefully the fall. We're still figuring out some of the dates.
Oh, that is wonderful. I wish you guys the best and wish you the best on your future, especially with that cruise. That sounds like a ton of fun.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank